Judge Paulson has completed his placings in the winter heifer calf class. We will ask our first and second place juniors to take a step forward. Second junior entry goes to entry number 2273, Hazel Brush Coach Carter, owned by Dakota and Kinsey Sawyer of Homestead, Iowa. Third place in the class goes to entry 2241, WF Northern Ratilda, owned by James Paulson of St. Charles, Minnesota. In second place is entry 2296, WSC Creek Petra, owned by Finley Barnes of Ulster, Pennsylvania. And the winner of the class is also your first place junior and first place bred and owned. She is entry 2278, Red Bray Cliff JC, leased by Ainsley Lair and owned by Callie Storms of Eden, Wisconsin. Now for your comments, Judge Paulson.
Pretty impressive group of heifers down here, and I know up there in the stands you got a good look. This takes a minute to sort through, and we got to tell somebody in this class they're 51st. It's going to be one of the toughest things we're going to have to do today. The young lady bringing this calf out here in first, took us a minute to find her. When you get her in line, she might be a little heavier in that throat. Maybe a little stronger heifer than most everyone likes. But when she's standing in line, she's as straight as a string. That Springer rib and just being a little nicer up through that crops gets her over the real dairy calf here in second. Second over third, kind of a closer placing. The heifer in second here, just a little cleaner, a little more Springer rib, a little cleaner through that bone, gets her over the calf here in third. Young man in third here may need a little showmanship lessons, but when this heifer sets up, she's as good as the top two. But today she just doesn't have the head and neck carriage for me today. Just doesn't have that depth of chest like the first couple, and doesn't blend quite as nice for me than the two above her. But she does use that Springer rib. Just being a little wider through that chest floor gets her over the real dairy calf here in fourth. Fourth over fifth, the young lady, I told her I apologize for pulling her first. But when you get her in line, she's just not quite wide enough in that front end to get up over the top three. But she uses a dairiness, just being a little nicer through that front end, especially up through the shoulder, and through the head and neck, gets her over the big rib calf coming out in fifth. Fifth over sixth, so this gets a little more Springer rib to her today, gets her over the real balanced calf that we brought up quite a ways here in sixth. Go ahead and give this group a nice round of applause. What a nice group of calves all the way down.